Yeah. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, Mohan.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Today we'll see how to request the materials. So far we have seen the standalone objects, how the logics are running. What are the logics we are performing during the creation or updation while creating the video version or material and release separately. Now, from the wizard, how we are creating the material video version and other object records like bomb headers, bomb items. So all the records, all the object records are being created at a single place. So which is happening through the release wizard. So these are the agenda on the release wizard. Are going to release wizard. So the major thing we are going to do here is like we are going to request the new material, and the new material can be having the pack type as single, or the new material can be the gift set, and the new material can be the multi-pack. And yeah, we can create the request the material for the release with the existing material as well, which is already available. Okay. Yeah, this is for the developer note, like how the component has been arranged in the release wizard. So we have release wizard, LWC components, and it's a total parent component for all the other child components. And further, it's having main existing material one LWC component, main component one. And so the parent component has some of the release information section and some of the new buttons. Yeah, these are the stuffs we have. And further, the main component further having some of the components, which is component rows, existing component rows, title component rows. Okay, so just we will see application how material requested. So initially, what to do? We'll be creating a release. So this is as like we've seen already, the release can created as we discussed, and all the defaulting will run during the creation. And this is the only record that is being created separately. And to this release, if you wanted to add any materials, that can be added.
So, Mohan, the release wizard is applicable for all the releases, or it
Yeah.
is for a particular release? I mean to say, because I know like if you create a competitive release or something like that, you may not require a release wizard. So do we still populate the release wizard in that
No.
case?
Yes, only for the theoretical TV.
Sorry,
For
we
the theatrical record types, having this wizard type.
okay.
And competitive, we don't have. Uh,
Mohan, you're cutting up actually. We are not able to hear. Sorry.
uh, for the theoretical release, we have this wizard tab. We can see the wizard tab here, right? For the competitive release, we cannot create the wizard.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So when the release is being created, uh, navigate through this wizard page. Yeah. So
I think there is a lag in Mohan's connection, or is it
Yeah,
just
yeah. 1 minute. Share the screen now. Now I am on the wizard screen. Is it visible to?
yes, Mohan?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, now if you can see, once we created a release and which doesn't contain any of the video versions and any of the materials, uh, while navigating through the wizard screen, we'll just get the wizard information. I mean the release information at the top of the section. And this component is purely having a release wizard one, which is the LWC component. Okay, so this is a component we'll be having at the initial and which is the release wizard LWC component, which contains the release information and the buttons. Now we can add the materials to the release by release. So we can request the new material, or we can add the already available material to the particular release, I mean the current release, or else we can clone the material. Okay. So we'll go with creating the new material. So once the new material button is clicked, uh, the row gets added, and this is the main component one. This is main component one. This is another LWC component, and further it will having add child component. Uh, this is add child component. Okay. Now here we have some of the required details like template, territory, special version, and video version. Yeah. So while creating the new material, here I need to choose the template. Okay, and I'll be choosing the template here, and I can add the components here as well as I can add the titles here. Uh, we can add the existing component as well. Already I said the component means adding the non-FERT materials. Non-FERT material will be called as the components, so that can be added here. Okay. And here we'll be adding some other titles. So here if you see,
Mohan, yesterday you mentioned that whenever you create a new material,
yeah,
we would use the new video version will also get created, correct?
yes, correct.
So in this case, like if you select a template called UHD,
Yeah.
and I should not be able to select the existing video version, correct, in this case? Or I can create a new, I can use a template, but I can also select a new video version in that case. Because in case of creating a new material, yes, I agree, in case of existing material, you can use the same video version. But in case of new material, we should always select, it should always have a new video version, or you can still select the existing video version in that case.
Yes, we can still choose the existing video version.
Okay.
So yeah, we can still choose the existing video version. When the user is not choosing the existing video version, uh, the new video version will get created for this material. I'll tell you how it is being created. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Mohan, one question.
yeah,
When you clicked on the new material button, two rows got added, right? What is the second row there?
uh, yeah. So when I click on this new material, uh, we need to create a material, correct?
Right.
So let me tell you. So for the material, what are the required fields we have? We need to have material template. Okay, we need to have video version. Correct.
Okay.
And so the video version is not being selected here. So I need to create a new video version. Okay.
Okay.
So what are the required fields to create the video version? So we should have here we should territory as well. template video version territory. Yeah, here we should have territory, special version, format, and title. So for material, these are the three required details we need. And as we are going to create a new video version, and this new video version required these four details. You can see the territory and special version is available in the first row itself. Territory we have here, special version we have here. Okay, and title we don't have. So by default, what we are doing, we are adding one title. So how we are adding this title is like the title which the release has, the same title by default we are adding to this material.
Okay.
Okay. And format, yeah, I'll tell you how it is coming.
So in this case, can we change the title as well?
Yeah,
If
we can change.
okay, so if the release of title A, and then this section release wizard can have a title B, or
Yeah.
it has to always match.
No. We can change. We can change whatever we want. We can change here.
Okay. And
Uh,
what is a business logic behind having a different title?
I'm not sure about that.
So if you want to create actually a release with a single pack, multi-pack, so you a combination of titles can be in the same release. Or say, for example, you go to, Thanksgiving weekend, you have a bundle, Terminator 1 through 4, Jurassic Park 1 through 4. All
Mm.
this, they create a bundle, right? So everything is an individual title, but then they combine and then make us one release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Here, this is a first level and this is a child level. And here we can add the components. This DVD and okay. Now, if you see in the first level, we'll be having the template. So in the first level, we cannot create the components. Always the first level should be a material. So in such a way that the filter condition is applied here. So the first level will be always having the part type templates. So for example, if I'm trying to add a component, here I'm trying to add the UHD. Actually, UHD is the FUD template which cannot be added as a component here. Similarly, here I am adding the disk DVD. So disk DVD is the component, so I cannot add this in the first level. So first level, we should choose always the FUD type template, and in the child level, at the component level, we should always choose the component type template. So in such a way that the filter condition has been applied. Now you can see here, I have choose first level a template. Tether has been selected and a special version has been selected here. Okay. And I have choose the product account and video version. I'm not selecting the video version. So which means I'm going to request the new video version as well for this release, and which is having the child component. And we are having the two titles for this, which contains the system number and JVMPM. Yeah. Now, what are the details we are collecting from the screen? So for creating the material, the template is UHD and the territory is US. Territory is US that we have selected. Okay. And video version that we are going to create. So the new video version which is going to get created should be added here. This is the new video version we are going to create. And video version is having the territory, which is US. Now we have the special version as uncut. And we have the format. So here we have the format. See, actually we have the template record. Yeah. So if you see the template record is having the media format. It's having the this type of media format. So DVD means the format will be DVD. I mean, if the media format. Actually, the media format is the field on the material level, and format is the format is the field on the video version level. If the media format is DVD, and the format is DVD. If it is what else here? Yeah, 4K Ultra HD. 4K Ultra HD. If the media format is 4K Ultra HD, then here we have UHD. And Blu-ray means Blu-ray, we have BD, and CD means again CD. What else we have here? 3D BD. 3D BD means 3D BD. Okay. This is the mapping we are doing, and this is how the format is being taken from the template record. So the template record that we choose is UHD. If the UHD template, so if you see the UHD template will be having the 4K. Actually, the UHD will be having the media format as 4K. So the corresponding ZVR format is UHD. So the format value what we are going to choose is UHD. And for creating the video version, we need a title. So the first title what we have here, Pitch Perfect. So that we will be choosing. So the Pitch Perfect is the title. And we can able to create this video version. Okay. So you can hear the media format is 4K Ultra HD. So the corresponding format for the video version is UHD. Now we have the two titles. Okay. We have the two titles. So what does it mean is like we are going to create two VBOMs under these two titles. So basically we know, right? When the video version is having one title, if it is a GTM title, by default the VBOM is created. VBOM is created for this GTM title. Okay, the VBOM will get created here. And we have one more title here. So what we are going to do here is like we are going to create another VBOM here. So which is airline with the title Air America. Okay. So this is a material. For material, only thing we need is video version. And this video version, we got all the required fields from the wizard. And we are going to add while creating the video version. By default, this is being created by default. And the additional thing, what are the things we are going to add as a title row? Yeah, that can be added here. Okay, and the VBOM is created for this particular video version. So once this is being created, then this video version will get added to this material. Okay, so this is the first row and the title level rows, what we are doing from the wizard. We are capturing the data and what we are doing. And we have the component level. Similarly, the component means again, it's a material. So for this material, we need a template. Yes, we have the template here and we have the territory here. So template and territory can be chosen from there. And the video version. So the video version, what we need to do, I mean, how we are going to take this video version is like, this is a component which is being created for this material. So the parent material for this component is that, which is the primary parent material for this component, because these components are going to create newly. So we should have the primary parent material. The primary parent material for this component is the material which we are going to create here. And what video version we are having here. Okay, so the same video version should be populated here as well. So the same video version should be populated in the components. So how many components we have in both the components, we need to take the same video version. So yesterday, I think we didn't see about the defaulting from the. Yeah, we have seen all, but the default from the primary parent material we didn't see. Yeah, that is nothing but the populating the video version on the component from the primary parent material. It is the default from the primary parent material. Okay, so now we get all the details. Yeah, now what we are doing in the wizard, I'm going to click on the next. So while clicking next, you can see the naming convention for material is ran and the video version name is ran and the default security fields, the label code, sub-label code, everything got populated. And here you can see the allocation percentage, right? It get divided and which cannot be editable. So always the allocation percentage will be splitted among 100. So if it is divided by 3, then we are handling properly, like we'll get 33.33, 33.33 and 33.34. We'll get 3 allocation, allocation percentage such a way that for each and every VBOM item. So during click on next, what are the things we are doing? We are creating the video version. After creating the video version, the VBOM item will get created. So these are the 2 VBOM item will get created. So let me open this and let me show the video version which is being created. So this is a video version which is being created. You can see the title is Uni Explorer. Why it is coming as? Because this is having the multiple VBOMs and this multiple VBOM is one is Pitch Perfect, another one is Air America that we choose in the wizard. Okay, and yeah, the special version is Undercut and the format is UHD. And yeah, what else? The sales territory is USA. Actually, this has been the recent announcement we made. So no matter what, whenever we are creating the video version, it should be created for both the territory. Okay. When the user can choose the existing video version, but related to the particular territory. But if it's going to create a new video version, here it will be always for US and CA. While click on next, all the defaults will run like what we have seen here. The video version will get created, the VBOMs will get created, and the VBOMs, the security logic will run. After the security logic run, we'll be running the npm logic for the video version. So the npm logic is nothing but deriving the label code and sub-label code for this video version. And you can see, right, the label code and sub-label code, the default security fields, it is common between the video version and the material. Okay, so how the label code and sub-label code are populated on the video version is based on the npm logic, and we have the defaults for the material from the video version, which is nothing but we are getting the security fields from the video version and we are stamping on the material. So that's why this label code and sub-label code is common for both video version and the material. And yeah, here you can see the
Mohammed, before you proceed, for and this material that you created, it will be for both the titles, or we can change the different materials for different titles. Like one I can do, like as you can see, right? One I can do USD, one I can do DVD. Can we do that or no? It has to, so we can have only one material for all the 4 titles added.
No, I didn't get actually.
So what I'm saying is, so let's say you have Pitch Perfect and you have Air America, right? 2 titles here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And now, can I have a different title for both the materials? Or I have to have the same title, sorry, same material for both the titles, as well as the component.
Uh, I am repeating the question. Like for these 2 titles, you are asking that whether we can have different material.
Different material and as well as different component. Yes, correct.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay. And so you can see here, the naming convention is run as what we described. So the Pitch Perfect Air America and the format is UHD. And in the material name also we have the same, but the difference between the video version naming convention and the material naming convention, we are having the A6. So the A6 is nothing but the product account. Okay. And now you can see the component. Okay. So in the component naming convention, it will have the same as the parent. In addition to that, it will have the EMG material group, which is slipcase. What we choose is slipcase, so which is having here. And here you can see we are having D1 and BD100, which is nothing but media capacity, and this is color. So from this naming convention, we can understand this is the material that we are going to create and which is having one disk component. Like yesterday we have seen, right, how many disk components we are having here. So based on the ALB, we said we have 2 disk components, right? So if you create such a way like this, so from here directly we can understand like, yeah, so the material which you are going to create is having one disk component by using this D1 value. If I'm adding one more ALB component here, because how it is D1 is like the template what I choose is disk DVD, and that the disk DVD is nothing but it is having the material type is ALB. Okay, so which means it is having one ALB component. I mean one disk component. Yeah, this is how the naming convention running for the. I mean during the clicking on next, the naming convention will run for the materials and the components and the logics. And the logics like securities, all other default logics while creating the VBOM and video version will get added. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to click on create. Okay.
Mohan,
Yeah.
what happens if you click on back or cancel? Will the video version record get deleted?
Yes.
Got
Yes.
created.
If you click on back or if you click on cancel or if you click on refresh, the video version which is being created will get deleted.
Okay. So if you go back and try to
Yeah.
change some names or titles or something, will that same video version record get updated again?
Yeah. Just now I gone back. Now I'm adding one more component. So like I'm adding one more this component. So, and I'll be adding one more title here. So here I'm adding this title. Okay. And I'm adding another special version. Haircut. I'm going next.
So Mohan, the users are expected to know which is a FERT template and which is a non-FERT template.
Sorry, Psita, I just got break. Can you come again?
Yeah, so my question is in the previous screen, right, at the top, you can select only FERT templates, right? So the users will know by themselves, right, that this is a FERT and this is not a FERT.
Yeah, basically the user will know, but even though the user is typing something, only the FERT
Yeah, it will
material.
not come. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if Shita, to answer question, yes, the user will, they have
No.
to know. which template they select specifically.
Yeah. So you can see like we have 3-pack and what else? The naming convention. So we are having more than 2 materials. So we'll be saying it as a collection pack, and here as well it will be having the collection pack. Okay. And yeah, so you can see we are having D1, BD100, D2. So which means we are having 2 disk components for this. And you can see here, right? The allocation percentage uh, divided for the 3 V-bombs that we are going to get created. So basically, if you see, this is the previous video version which is being created, and which might have got deleted right now. Okay, so yeah. Now, like yeah. Now, while I'm clicking on create, so what are the things I need to create? I need to create 4 materials. Okay. I need to create 4 materials. Material 1. I mean, this is a parent material. And then I need to create 3 components. And then component 3. Component 3. So material 1, material 2, and these 3 components has to be created. Well, click on create. And then along with that, while creating material, by default, we used to create the child records like RF barometer. So from the wizard, like you can see, this is the eye level. I mean, only we can say that we are going to create the material and the component. But the thing is like, yeah, we can create this component, and we need to obtain a relationship such a way that this 3 component which is being created as a child for this material 1, what we have created here. So we need to obtain a relationship. So to obtain a relationship, by default, while creating the material, we'll be creating the barometer. Similarly, for the component, if it is having the barometers in the template, we'll be creating. In addition to that, we have material cells up, then material attributes. So this will be created. Okay, and along with that, during the creation, we know, right, all the defaults, like from the release, what are the defaults we have seen while creating the materials. So from the templates, what are the defaults should happen? From the video version, what are the defaults should happen? From the release, what are the default should happen on this material? So everything should get, I mean, all the logics needs to run here, and it should get created. And to obtain this relationship, what we need to do here is like, we need to create the BOM items. Okay. So for this material, by default, the bomb header will get created. And for this bomb header, we need to create 3 bomb items. Yeah. So bomb item 1. Bomb item 2. Bomb item. Bomb item 3. Yeah. These 3 bomb item need to be created, and which is to be linked with this, the component which are going to create it. Okay. So these are the 3 components. By default, whenever you're creating material, the material header, the bomb header will be created, and we'll be creating this component. So after creating this, what we need to do, we need to obtain a relationship. To obtain a relationship, so we need to create the 3 bomb item. So then only we can say this, these 3 components is being child for this material. So as I said yesterday, a material should have the BOM header and it will be having the BOM items, and further it will have the materials. So these three material will be called as the child of this parent material. So we need to create this BOM item. Yeah. In addition to that, the materials that we have created here and the video version that we have created here are belongs to this release. Okay. So for this, what we need to do, again, we need to create a release material record. So release material record needs to be created. So with the release, what release we are having here? The release wizard. This is what we are doing while clicking on create. So we are creating the material, we are creating the BOM header. After that, we are obtaining the BOM items, and we are creating the release material as well for this release visa. Let me click on that.
So Mohan, in this case,
Yeah.
We will have if we have different material for different titles, we will have different RF materials, release materials created, correct? That's what it
Yes,
is?
correct. Yes, correct. So if I'm adding new material again, okay, so some sort of material is being added here, and this is a material too. So we'll be creating release material, two release material. For these two parent FERT materials, we'll be creating two release materials.
Okay. And so as the components as well, correct?
No, for components, we won't be creating the release material. So how
I
this
think,
component?
yeah, I think that is the key difference, Vamsi, correct? I mean, the existing release force, we create release material for everything, including components.
Yeah, and
Right?
that's what I'm asking, that if
Right, Ashok.
yeah, if we have one component, if we have same component, it makes sense. But if we have a different component, then we will attach a material for that material to a different component, right?
Yeah. So let me. Yeah. Actually, what we are doing here is like. So I'm going to request a new material. Okay. So I'm going to request a new material. I mean, now I have created I requested one material. Again, I'm coming, I'm requesting the new material. I'm adding two more components. Okay. For this, I mean, I'm requesting two new components and I can add the existing one as well. Okay. And this component, it is not mean that it should be added only to this material, only for this release. This component can be added to any other release as well.
So basically, Mohan, if you go back to that Excel, since you created the components based on your initial material, you are just referencing it to the same components. If you add a different component, that will be created.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Nishit, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So yeah, here we have the naming convention. I mean, some of the validation. Yeah, that will tell finally. And yeah, one of the validation is like the character length should not be greater than 40. So the user can change it.
So the reason it can't be 40, there's still the SAP limitation over at Warner Brothers.
Great question.
It's probably why. I mean, because that's what it was on our side.
Yeah, I think it's no more SAP. Maybe it is SAP limitation on the Warner Brothers side on the JV.
Yeah, that's what
We
I think.
still have SAP on their side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have the some validation. So always the user should have the label code. Whenever the label code or any of the naming convention is having more than 40 character, or it's not appending, or what to say, yeah, if it is already available, then we will have the error something like, yeah, the material is already available, something like that. So let me show that as well. Like, yeah, I will be creating this one. Creating the material. Yeah. So here you can see we are having some duplicate material. So which is being, so from the name we can understand that, so that there is an already a material with the same name is available. So the user can review that material. So that if it is going to be the same material that is creating now, so instead of requesting a new material, you can add that material to this release by clicking on the existing material. The video version as well and the component as well. So with the same name, if it is existing components are available, so they can go and review the existing components. So the same component is looking for to create to add under this material. So why to create a new material? You can go back and you can delete creating the new component. I mean delete requesting the new component, and we can add it to the existing component like I have shown here.
Good. So Mohan, I can add an existing material, but I can also create a new component, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So now I'm creating this. So once it's been created, it's the page is getting refreshed and redirected to again the detail page. So yeah, so we have two different tabs. One is material tree tab, another one is wizard tab. So in the wizard tab, what user can do, they can delete this. So by deleting this, basically what they are doing, they are just deleting this release material. So once the release material is being deleted, just we are breaking the connection between the release and the material that is being created. Okay. And yeah, so like if it is a draft, we can add the component. Yeah, we can further add the component here, and we can add the existing component to the already created material. And you
Okay.
can see we cannot add the title here. So once the video version is being created, and we cannot add the title here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why the allocation percentage. So you can submit. You won't get any problem with the allocation percentage. The user cannot what to say. The user no need to worry about the allocation percentage. We have come across this scenario, right? While submitting the allocation percentage should be 100%. Okay, but still the user wants to add the allocation, I mean the VBOM. The user can navigate to this particular video version and they can add, and the user is responsible to change the allocation.
Okay. So
Okay.
VBOM is not mandatory in that case, right?
Yeah, like see, if the user wants to change the allocation percentage, yes, the user can change the allocation percentage for these three VBOMs. Still, the user wants to add the VBOM from the wizard, they cannot add. They need to go to video version that is being created here. Okay. Yeah. So this is the video version the user has been created, and here they can add the new video version and they can change the allocation percentage.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, and yeah. So this is the material we have created. So by default, the BOM header will get created for this video version, and the material cells are is get created. And this is the release material which is being created. And to this BOM header, uh, we have created the 3 BOM items.
Got okay.
And these 3 BOM items is having the materials, which is nothing but the components that is being created from the wizard.
Got it. Okay. Mohan, can you go back to the release again? I want to ask you another quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, right now, as you can see, right, you have selected the territory as US.
Yeah.
So whatever is on the release, it defaults to that, or user can select US and Canada
Yeah,
for
the
time.
user.
And then when we clone the US release to a Canada release, then they do not have to request a material after that. Is that also the scenario, or even for Canada, they cannot do it that way?
No, I'm not sure about actually for that US release, we can request a CA material as well, or we can request the US and CA material.
Okay.
But while cloning the release, it is no matter what, like, I mean, we didn't bother about the material which is being created. We are not linking. If the user wants to add, yes, the user can add the material which is being created for the US. The user can click the existing material and he can add for the CA material. I mean,
Oh.
Canada release.
In other words, can we submit a release without a material?
Uh, I think no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, don't you think so? Like if we already on a US release, we already requested a material, US and
Yeah.
Canada, and we clone a release as we are not cloning the material. We
Yeah.
request also on a Canada the
Yeah.
material.
Yeah.
That means it is a duplicate in that case.
Yeah. For that only we are having this one. What you say, the duplicate material. Like we are having the validation. If it is a duplicate, then we are throwing the error, and from that the user can review the material which is already being available, and if he is okay with that material. Okay, so the what the user can do is like you can choose that material and you can extend. You can extend that material and you can choose for the CDN release. Else, you can create a CA material with different name.
No, no, yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. So, on a US release, you created a material name called ABC.
Yeah,
Now, and you requested US and Canada, it for the same release, for the same title, everything. Now,
yeah,
you cloned that material on
yeah,
a you cloned that release for
yeah,
Canada, and now
yeah,
you're requesting the material, but
yeah.
Canada and having a material name as ABCD. So, in
Okay.
that case, it's not going to throw an error message that it is for Canada. So
Yes,
in that case, because it's a different material name, right? So that
yes, correct.
means we are requesting duplicate materials in that case, and that is allowed to do that,
Yes,
correct?
yes, that is allowed. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So and here we can see, right? So in the material tree, yeah. From here the user can easily navigate. It just look it just for the look and feel. I mean, no editing and no can be performed on this material tree. So if the user wants to look at the material that's being created from here, they can navigate. So if they want to go to the components that is being created here, so they can navigate from here. So from this is the material tree on the what to say? This is a material tree on the release, and again we are having the material tree on the material. So which is similar like actually this is a component. So let's do that. Yeah. So this is the material which is being created, and this material is having how many child components we can see. So before submitting, we can review what template it is having. So from the naming, we can understand this is a UHD template, and it is having the 2 disk components. And here we are having the slipcase. SE means slipcase. So which means the case type calculation, everything easily they can identify from the naming itself. Yeah, any questions as of now? The creation of wizard, I mean the creation of material, requesting new material. Actually, the material what we created is single. How it is saying is a single. The template what we are choosing will be having the pack type as single. So you can see the pack type is single. So which means this is a material with the pack type as single. Yeah. Any doubt? Supra? Hello.
So Mohan, in
Not
the
from me, Mohan.
material, in the
Yeah.
material tree, we have two tabs, right? US and CA.
Yeah.
So now CA tab will be empty.
Yeah, now CATA will be empty because the material that we created only for the US territory. And from here, the user can see if he created for CA, then you can navigate to CA, then you can see the material is, I mean, that this material is being linked to the release. So basically, if you go, okay. Actually, yeah, see, whenever there is a release material record, whenever there is a release material, so then only we are showing this material tree tab. So the user can go to US and CA tab. The US relate, if it is US, then the tree will come, and if it is a CA, then the tree will come. If none of the things are available, then yeah, we can understand this material is not being linked to any of the release. Okay. And finally, yeah, we can add this material. We can add any material, existing material here. Okay. So we can link the existing material. Okay. So that is the difference between, so for example, see here, for this material, the primary releases REL2 to A3 something. Okay. But this is a direct relationship we have between the release and material, but we are not considering this relationship to show on the material. Why? Because the same material can be added to different release. So for example, I'm having the release 2, I'll be having the different release. So what will happen if I'm using if I'm changing the primary release, then this material is unlinked from the existing one. So that's why we are creating the release material. So through this release material, we are obtaining the what to say, relationship between material and the release. Okay. And yeah, we have this schemas you asked, like yeah, as of now, any questions so far, so that we have I think we have reached the time.
Yeah, no
So
question.
Mohan, the primary release will always be the first release under which that material is being created, right?
Yes,
It won't
correct.
be changed after
Yeah,
that.
it won't be changed. It won't be changed.
So if it is added as an existing material under a different release, just the release material is created.
Yes, correct. So when it will get changed, it is like, so you actually, if you see, this is a release material record and this is a release wizard. So for this material one, the primary release is release wizard. Okay. Now, if I'm going to delete this material, so this material, I mean, I'm going to delete this release material. What is the release here? Release wizard. And what is the primary release here? It is a release wizard. If both are same, while I'm deleting this, this will get removed. Okay. But if it is some other material, okay, if I'm deleting this release material, only the release material will get deleted and the primary release release will remain same on the material.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think we can end, and tomorrow we can see. That's all about requesting. I mean the release wizard, and still we have only couple of things like how to request gift set material and multi-pack materials. So only this is. Yeah, I will share the schema which which I'm having here. Okay, so you can have a look. We can discuss about this tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mo.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Mon. This was good.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, everyone.